Hello, Earthlings. Okay, so today we are in the nail chat room with Miss Bambi, aka Nail God, and she's gonna ask us some questions. So I'm usually the one who talks a lot. I'm gonna try not to talk that much. All right, what's first up on the menu, girl?
Okay, so the first thing we're gonna talk is about men.
Men?
Yeah.
What about them?
I don't know. What's your idea? Like, what's your favorite?
Dude,
What's your favorite?
I think I have every part of life figured out except for men. Because I'm just too crazy for them. Like, yeah, I don't know. For me, I feel like my male situation is different because I don't know. I never saw like love in my life as a priority. And I'm so alpha, like it takes a lot for a guy to like, for me to be like, wow, I can learn something from this person. Like if I'm not learning from you, you're not the one for me. Yeah. And like a lot of guys are intimidated by me. I'm like, why are you scared, boy?
Yeah, no, they are
scared. Just a little serial entrepreneur with blue hair.
Yeah, no.
What do you think about boys? Like, you trying to get married one day? You wanna?
Not soon.
Not soon?
Yeah, like after I'm 30 years old.
How many kids do you want to have?
None.
None?
None at the moment. Yeah.
None at the moment?
Mm-hmm. How about you?
I would like to have like 3 to 6 kids, but not anytime soon. It's like crazy when you see people from your high school having babies, and I'm like, y'all really found someone that you like that much, huh?
There's a lot of people from my high school pregnant.
Right?
Like, or like had a kid.
And like I feel like we're getting to that age now where it's like normal for people to like be having kids.
People back in my town, they have like 2 or 3 kids, and they're by the time they're like 20 or 21.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like you have to really know somebody. Like, you know when you outgrow people, like you're just in a relationship.
No, people from my town are like, oh, you a guy? I'm a girl. Let's make a kid. That's what they think. I swear to God.
No, I can't. Like my kid needs to have superior genetics. Like I have a lot to offer in genetic wise, so I need my husband to like bring the same to the table. You know?
Yeah. Your baby's gonna be fire.
And I find like people are weird. Like you have to have like serious conversations with people about like commitment and about your values, and
yeah.
Everyone always has like a religion, and I'm like, that's really how you thought all this whole world came to fruition, huh?
Yeah.
That's a good point though, what you said about like having kids with somebody. Like why you can't have kids with just anybody.
Like, people are expecting me to have kids with Brad Pitt. I'm like, there's no guys in Toronto. And I can't talk to a guy with an accent. Like, if you're from, I'm sorry, if you're watching this from America, like, whenever I watch movies with American actors and actresses, they sound Canadian. And then you go to America and everybody's like, hey! Or, like, you know the Hoodmans, how they sound? They're like, yo. I'm like, yo, I'm from New York. I'm like, you ate peanut butter before you started hitting on me, or no? Yeah. No, I have to end up with somebody like really special, and I have to stop being crazy. But I also feel like guys don't understand. I'm like, you have to be exclusive, dude. Like,
yeah.
You know how guys don't want a girl that's talked to like so many people or been with so many people?
Yeah.
I feel like I want a guy like that.
I feel like
that's like reserved.
Yeah. I feel like guys like, I don't want to say hoe on video. I feel like they like them though.
Not actually though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know though. Boys, every time I date a boy, which I just got out of a relationship, I have to take a 2-year break because I'm like, you know?
Yeah.
And my boyfriend needs to be like more dominant than me, more successful than me, a little bit older than me, you know?
Yeah.
And I want my kids to look like him, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, oh my god, if they had my husband's this, and that, I'd be so happy.
I feel like each baby turns out like the perfect little combination of the two.
Really? What if you only like ugly guys? Guilty!
I feel like, you know what's funny? Is I see some couples and like it will be a really attractive couple and their baby's a little funny looking. But it's usually
the
one where the couple is not as attractive beautiful
because it's a hidden gene.
Hidden genes?
Yeah.
There you go.
Like, I don't know why that's a thing. Usually it's like if two like, I don't like, yeah. The baby comes out super cute.
I feel like just in general with like dating, I don't know. Like I can't just go outside and meet somebody, and I'm not gonna be on a dating app. So it's like, that's like having a lash business and not having social media, like, you know, social media, like, it's not happening. If somebody saw me on Tinder, they'd be like tagging me on Lash God. They'd be like, we saw at Lash God Rack on Tinder.
Remember when my brother found that? One time my brother saw this picture and it looked like Raquel. What was her name? Fatima? He's like, I found Raquel on Tinder. I'm like, it's not her.
No, I've never had a
It was
dating
like
app.
a lookalike.
Have you ever had Tinder?
No.
Really? Have you ever had
What about a dating app?
I've never had any
I
dating
have.
apps.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Okay,
And then you can ask me a question.
Okay.
What is your perfect life, like your perfect guy and your perfect baby setup? Not that it should be like that, but like if you were to dream.
Like, I always pictured my perfect guy, like, pulling up to me in, like, the same car as me, and we, like, roll down our windows and fall in love.
Yeah.
Like, a medium height guy,
Mhm.
maybe, like, Middle Eastern or, like, Italian, you know?
I picture you having a baby with an Italian.
With an Italian?
I think it would. come
Italian
out
and
really
Portuguese
bomb.
babies are cute.
They'd be really cute.
He has to be more successful than me. But, like, he also has to, like to clean.
Like to clean?
Or cook, one or the other. Like, I'll do whatever, default.
Okay.
I would like to have, like, a gated house, like, away from, like, civilization.
Uh-huh.
And I would like both of us to be able to, like, work from home, like, a couple of days a week.
Okay.
By the time that I, like, settle
your own
down and
little
have kids, I want to be, like, retired from, like, active business, you know? I just want to, like, kind of do it on the go.
Yeah. And then.
I picture myself, like, not having a family until I'm, like, completely financially stable. Like, I could, like, never leave my property and be fine for, like, 3 generations. That's
How
what
old do you want to be when you have your first kid?
like, 28.
Okay.
I picture my kid having, like, either, like,
That's
my
so
color
long from now.
eyes.
I'm trying to babysit. Come on.
Really? 28? 4 years? No. Imagine if I just, like, had a baby right now. Like,
I wish
everyone
you
would be
would
like,
have a baby right now. It would be so lit.
no, if I don't come to work for one day, everybody's like,
She has a bunch of kids.
yeah, like, I feel like I already have a bunch of kids. But yeah, I don't know.
What does your perfect baby look like?
Like, my,
Girl or boy?
I want them to have my brother's nose. My brother has, like, the perfect mashup of, like, my mom and dad's nose.
Mhm.
So that nose. Either, like, my color, like, hazel eyes, or, like, if my husband has, like, blue eyes or, like, green eyes.
Mhm.
Or you know how, like, even if my husband has, like, dark eyes and my kid just randomly comes out with, like, one blue eye and, like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, something like that.
Yeah.
I would like my husband to, like, not that I'm athletic, but, like, I know my limit and I stay within it. Like, I have a perma 6-pack, and, like, I would like him to have the same.
Okay.
You know?
So not a dad bod.
No, like, definitely a dad bod, but, like, a dad bod where, like, if he starved himself for a few days, like, he'd be jacked.
Okay.
You know? But, like, not muscular.
Do you like belly or no belly?
Like, a little belly, but, like, not, like, you know? Like, he takes care of himself still.
Okay.
And, like, I don't want somebody that goes to the gym. Like, what do you went to the gym for, babe? Like, let's go rock climbing. The fuck?
Okay, so
And
no
then she
working
come
out,
home.
but must have a 6-pack if he starves himself for 3 days.
And I want him to be, like, one of those dads where,
Where
you know, I can just, like, take a nap. I'm like, my kids are good.
Yeah.
Like, even if we have 3 and I leave them all with him, like, I know they're good.
Okay.
I have to like his family. Like, you know when somebody's family is just like,
That's actually really important.
like, I'm half dating your family, so they better be, like, some real ones, you know?
Literally, no. No, that's how I feel too.
And I picture my husband having, like, long hair. Like a ponytail. Like, hair as long as mine.
Oh, okay. No, but you're right about the family thing. Like, Pickle's family is so nice, it just makes everything that much better.
Like, I just don't
It's,
like
like,
when
more
people
enjoyable.
when people's family, like, don't like you for no reason.
No, or
I'm like, what's
they're
up?
rude
I'm
or
like,
anything
what?
like
There's
that.
a stick in your ass. Like, what's going on
There's
here?
no point in that.
Yeah, no. But I just don't like miserable people in general. I'm like, if there's, like, a reason why you're hating on somebody
Yeah.
for no reason, like,
Yeah, no.
and I want to, like, be with, like, that person's family. I have to be able to, like, be myself around them.
Yeah, no. Exactly.
You know? Like, I want to be able to, like, joke and, like, talk a little bit of shit. Like, I don't want to be like,
Yeah. No, I know. Exactly.
And, like, I don't want my husband to be strict with our kids. Like, I want my kids to, like, have respect for themselves, not me have to, like, be like, oh my god, you can't do this or you can't do this.
Yeah.
Like, I want my kid to be like you. Like, the way, I don't know what happened to Maxie. Her parents let her do whatever she wanted, and, like, she never did shit. Like, I need one of those. Where do they find those at?
It's called you have the first 2 and they're really bad and misbehaved, and
So then the third one turns out
third one-
perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, Hands and Jazz. Love you guys.
And I don't want, like, a husband that's, like, into, like, gaming or, like, watching TV. Like, I'm like, dude, do you have any books?
No.
And he has to be good at math. That's the last thing. That's the last thing
Yeah.
I'm going to say. He has to be good at math, because who's going to help the kids with their homework?
Yeah, no.
Unless it's, like,
exactly.
counting money, it's not going to be me.
No. Yeah, no.
Okay.
That's quite the list. But that's a respectable list. I feel like every girl has a pinpoint list, like exactly like that, of how they want their husband to be, how they want their kids to be, like how they just picture it.
And he also needs to know how to dress or be open to me dressing him and have the money for me to be dressing him.
Uh-huh.
I feel like the person that I, like, want to end up with needs to, like, not that he needs to have money, but, like, I feel like having money is just what comes with, like, living a good life. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Money should come to you just, like, love should come to you just, like, you know?
Yeah.
The perfect house and, like, all those things should come. So it's not even, like, oh, like, she wants a guy with money. It's, like, like,
No.
at least bring to the table what I'm bringing.
Yeah.
Because, like, with self-improvement comes money. So, like, I want a guy that's, like, really into self-improvement and is,
Yeah.
like, always, like, leveling up.
No, exactly.
And I don't want to be with one of those rich dudes that's just like, oh yeah, like, I'm really into it when, like, girls put their whole fist in my ass. I'm gonna be like,
Ew!
I want, like, a rich dude that's, like, normal. Like, he doesn't have any fucked up fetishes. No.
Yeah. Well, usually those are the ones.
That's true. I hear too many stories. I know too many girls. I've heard it all.
Yeah, no.
Like, I would like to think that I don't have anything, like, too, like, weird about me. Like, if you went through every possession I have, you'd be like, oh, like, there's nothing serial killer or, like about her, you know?
Yeah. I feel like like the rich ones that maybe like had a good come up story or like obviously once were rich and now are, those are the good ones. But the
Yeah,
ones
like
that
someone
were
that you
hidden
can, like,
since,
build with.
like a baby, like they're like messed up.
I would even like to be with somebody that's, like, has the same, like, kind of life path as me. Like, not necessarily, like, is doing better than me, but if they're, like,
Yeah.
our businesses are in the same stage and we're, like, hustling.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just feel like like, a lot of times I'll be like, oh, this person doesn't like me, but then I'll find out, like, way later that they're just, like, intimidated.
Yeah, no.
You know?
No, exactly. You have to like grow together.
Okay. Maxine, question.
Yeah.
Getting inappropriate with my kids, like the
God.
birds and the bees, people. Okay, so sex life. How important is your sex life to you? Likes and dislikes, juicy information, anything you'd like to share with our fellow females and males who may need to hear it?
How important is my sex life to me? I mean, I guess it's a big part of the relationship. If it's weird, then it's just not gonna work. I never thought that would like be a thing, but it actually is as you get older.
Like, what do you mean weird? Clarify.
Like, if you're ever having sex with someone and it's like kind of like awkward or uncomfortable. I can never like have sex with a guy if they're not my boyfriend. It feels like really uncomfortable to me.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. I'm
Like
why are
one
you
night
touching
stands,
me?
like it's not. I can't do that. I just can't. Like even me, like think about like the first time you're getting naked in front of your boyfriend. Like you're looking like this. Like at least I am.
I've never had a one night stand.
I did one time in my life. Only one time.
Really?
Yes, and it was the worst thing ever. I'd never do it again. I've only had sex with maybe like 3 people in my whole life. Like, and
one was a one night stand.
one
people.
was a one night stand, the other 2 were boyfriends, but never again. And like, I don't know, just being cuddly and all that stuff. Or like being dirty too. I like that stuff too, you know?
What's your favorite thing about sex? Sex.
Well, I mean, guys, she's literally like my mother, so I feel like I'm talking about sex with my actual mom. No, I mean, well,
I feel like the
obviously-
only person I talk about sex to is my mom.
I feel like, I don't know, well, it obviously feels good, but it's like, you're like, yo, I'm in love with this person, like, I'm staring them in the eyes, and that's like, think about it, that's the closest you're with the person, like, you guys are literally inside of each other, like, no cap.
When you, like, share energy like that with somebody,
Yeah.
I think that about that. That's weird. When you share energy with somebody like that, like, it's personal. You're like, dude. Especially
Yeah.
for women, I feel like it's just, like, different. Like,
Yeah, no. You, like, look at them differently.
if I can just...
You see each other?
Usually men, if they cheat because they just want sex. Women
Yeah.
cheat because they don't have the emotional like
Yeah,
connection.
that's true.
That's what I'm saying, like, you know, like, if you are not feeling that, like, giddy feeling, then it's not it.
Yeah.
You know, somebody that like keeps you on your toes like at all times, but in a good way. Like you want to have respect for them.
Yeah.
You wanna, like.
Yeah, no.
Be sexually explorative with
Okay,
them.
wait, I have like a sex question for you. After, are you cuddly or are you like distant? Cause like me, like I'm cuddly, but like my bae, like he's like doesn't want to talk after, and I like get like sad. For like 15 minutes, he seems like pissed off, and I'll be like, babe, are you pissed? And he's like, no, I'm fine, but I'm like, oh, okay. He just.
I'm
doesn't
definitely like a
talk.
cuddler, but like honestly, the like amount of time it takes me to find a person that I'm like not traumatized by them like putting their hand on my knee.
That's what I say,
Like when say for example, like when you're like, okay, I think I'm ready to get in a relationship, and you like start seeing people or like talking to people, like I'm so easily like irked out by people.
Yeah,
like especially
no.
somebody I'm like don't try to touch me, like even like put, like this for like a month, like don't even.
Yeah, no. If I do like the guy, I'm very like touchy. I've always been a touchy person.
Like tickles.
Like I rub their belly, play with their arms, their fingers, their toes, their earlobes. Like
That's
everything.
honestly okay. You know, like giving somebody tickles like this, like if the person I'm with doesn't like that, I don't like them.
Me
No.
too.
I'm like if they would prefer to be like rubbed or like itched, I'm like, you're not like, I can't describe it. It's like an instant like no.
No, yeah.
You know, guys are like, oh my god.
I've never been like open about talking about sex out loud, so like it's kind of weird for me, but like I don't know. Yeah.
I feel like guys don't understand.
I'm really
like,
shy when I talk about it.
The only guys that are like good at sex are like guys who have like been in intimate enough relationships
Yeah.
for a woman to like break down to them like what women like, you know? Like
Yeah.
it's not even
Yeah,
about
no.
sex, it's about other stuff. Like
Yeah.
dude, like this is how you kiss thighs. This
Yeah.
is how you like caress a woman. Like a
Yeah.
lot of guys just don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like
Or
hoodmans.
like you literally just tell them like what you like. Like while you guys are doing it or doing things, you know what I'm saying? Like guys are always like pushing our head down or doing things that they want, so it's like, why can't we? Like, nope, that doesn't feel good. This feels good. Like stuff like
I
that.
know, you have to be straight up with boys.
Or else it's just not enjoyable. But when they do it right the first time, it's kind of like, okay.
I feel like 95% of girls that I talk to like don't actually like having sex with their significant other. Like it's just like part of their day-to-day regime, but there's nothing like euphoric about it. Like what's the point of having sex with somebody if it's not going to be like
No,
Right?
are you kidding me? Yeah, there's no point. Like me, like sometimes I'm the one that like is initiating because I'm like, okay,
You're like, hey, what's up, babe?
like, yo, what's up? I always remember my brother said to me, he's like, it's always the guy that wants it really bad, and then the girl becomes the one that wants it really bad, and like the.
He told me that when I was with him one time too. Maxie's brother just says it like it is. Yeah. I don't know.
No, but I've always been really shy when it comes to all of that stuff, so like I have to really like the person in order to do stuff like that with them.
I'm just gonna be real with you guys, boys who are watching this. Girls don't even really like having sex. Like, you need to. Am I allowed to say this on camera?
There's only certain positions that feel good. Like some of them are just like too much. It's like you're hurting me. You're in my stomach. Like you're fucking up my stomach.
Yo, yeah, I can't picture my kid having sex.
No, I know, but like it's just uncomfortable.
Yeah, I know. One guy. No.
It's like I'm really
No.
doing this for you right now. But then some of them are fine.
I know exactly what you're talking about. You're like, I swear, like my body mass is not enough for what's happening.
No.
Right now.
But yeah, so that's about as candid as I can get about sex. This is the most open I've ever talked about it in my life.
Like for me, you have to have the sexual attraction. I have to look at you and be like, I want you, like I love you.
Yeah.
I need
I feel
you.
like that comes with time though. Like sometimes I'll see, like, for example, like my last boyfriend. Like when I met him, I was like kind of like, oh, like.
Yeah, in the beginning, it like takes time for it to grow.
But then by the
And
end of it, like I would
later-
look at his face and be like, oh, I'm gonna lick your whole
Then I
face.
feel like
No,
later they
yeah.
don't want that as much.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm
You have to
saying.
like keep men at like at bay, like at a distance. Like they always have to be like kind of chasing something.
Yeah.
That is
Like,
true.
literally always. But
Yeah. Is it my turn to ask you a question?
Yeah, do we have anything else to say about sex?
If you're not doing it with love, then don't do it at all. That's
There
what I
you
have to say.
Oh, one more thing to add on to sex. I feel like the kissing chemistry has to be there.
Oh yeah.
Like,
That's
dude,
a big
if we're
part.
not French
If you can't
kissing,
kiss,
like we're Emily
yes!
in Paris, like it's not happening.
Yes!
It's not like that first kiss is gonna tell me everything I need to know about
Yes.
you. Like
That's facts though. If they can't kiss, it's usually like it's not gonna work out. I don't know. You know when you
Yeah,
kiss for
like-
the first time though, and it's like, damn.
and it's like sparkles and rainbows.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. But you have to French kiss, or else it's just not fun.
I know.
Some
French
people
kissing is
don't like
essential.
to French kiss though.
Like if I'm with you, I'm like we can share a toothbrush and
Yeah.
like we can play with the dingly thing in the back of each other's throat.
No, yeah.
Yeah. No, like definitely like I feel like romance for me is like making out, like touching, like
Yeah.
massages. Like I
Yeah.
also like the idea of like say for example, like the person I was dating, like say for example, if he was doing something like athletic that day and would like come home sore, like
Yeah.
me, I feel like I'm the type of person like I love like physical touch and like dedicating my time to somebody. Because I
Yeah.
don't do that a lot. Like for me to like sit down and take like a few hours or like a few
Yeah.
hours out of my day to like hang out or like 30 minutes to like give somebody a massage.
Yeah.
Like I'll do it in a like say for example everything that I do. Hate to sound like I'm a crazy person,
No.
but I'm gonna do it in a way that like if you ever talk to somebody else, like
Oh,
I will
yeah,
stand
no, I know.
undefeated. Like you're gonna think about me until you're 85, shriveled
Yeah.
up, the way I used to French kiss you, like
Yeah,
every
no, of
single thing
course.
about our interactions.
Yeah.
That's it.
I feel like a lot of girls, especially now, are really like mean to their boyfriends. I don't know why. It's like seems like it's like a trend to be like a rude to your boyfriend or like just always sassy to them. So
Really?
like if you're like, obviously you're still gonna want to be sassy, but I feel like if you're really loving to your boyfriend in a way they've never had before, they'll be like super obsessed and in love.
But I feel like that's just our friend group in general. Like our personality is just like, yo babe, who do you want to be with?
Yeah, no,
not
literally.
Yeah, no, you have to be a vibe. Like you can't just be like the sassy one in your relationship. That's always
No.
Yeah, like definitely like be like run his life a little bit. But like when it's good, it should be like wow, it's amazing.
Yeah, no. I think like even like the small things like giving them like a foot massage or giving them a back massage, hand massage, like those are all little things they like. Or like giving them things that they can like take care of themselves with. Yeah, I love it.
People don't understand, like say for example, if you really want to like make your bae fall in love, the first thing that you have to do is be like 100% yourself.
Yeah.
Whenever I meet somebody like new, I'm so guarded. Like if they can last like the first 3 months, then
Yeah.
they'll really get to know me. And when they know me, it's a done deal. Like it's I like to like have fun with like my person.
Yeah.
So
If you-
one, you
yeah,
always
no.
have to be like a good vibe. You have to be 100% yourself. You have to joke around, like whatever. Two, I feel like if you're a little bit crazy, it like puts them in line like the right way.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
you should like look at yourself in a way that your man should like never embarrass you, and he should know like holy shit, I'm never gonna find anybody like that ever again.
Yeah.
And then physical touch, like if you go out of your way, people underestimate like your hands and feet do things for you all day. So if you
Yeah.
want your mans to be like, oh my gosh, like this girl is like from out of this like world, you
Yeah.
need to do something that's like nobody takes the time to care for them. Like they need to feel like loved and
Yeah.
cared for, like above anything else.
Yeah.
Like take time to be like passionate in a way that like men have never experienced that before.
Yeah.
In the first drop of Girl God magazine, I have a sex page. When this comes out, if you guys do this to your man, write me a postcard. It's a done deal.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just.
Oh my gosh, so cute. Can I have more?
No, it's
Yeah.
fine.
No, I know what you mean though.
You know those people.
But like even me, like would consider myself like a very caring person. So like when I have a boyfriend, like I want to do stuff like that for them. You know, it
Yeah,
just
no,
comes
I
natural.
understand. That's
And I'm like, oh, you had a bad day? Okay, lay down. Let me give you a little foot rub, a little kiss on the toe.
I picture like the person I end up being
Like-
with, like ride or die. Like,
Yeah.
because if you know me, you know my circle's so small. I'm like so like choosy and like letting people in. It's like the
Yeah.
people that I work with, and then like my family and my partner. So I want my partner to be like my best friend. And I picture
Yeah.
us like spending a lot of time together. Like I don't think I could talk to somebody that works like
No.
a regular job where it's like limited.
Yeah.
You know, like where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we can't. Like
Yeah.
my day is like really like what I was thinking about that this morning. Like my day is kind of like how I want it to go, what I want it to be,
Yeah.
and like I always like bring, like we're always all together, you know. So I would like to be in an environment where it's like okay, we can work, but like also be together at the same time.
No, that like saying or whatever, like how they say like your boyfriend or your partner should be your best friend is the truest thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like that's how like I look at pickles.
Tea
Oh my god, he's my
party.
bestie.
That's my best friend.
That's my bestie boo.
In the love of my life.
Yeah, no, that's the best feeling ever. Cause like nothing feels better than when you can just be yourself.
And I can never deal with a conditional relationship. Like, if
No.
you're trying to be with me, like, pledge allegiance to the band. Like, you're locked
Yeah.
in until unless something, like, I feel like my relationships can't end unless something, like, literally ballistic happens.
Yeah.
Because it's not happening.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah,
like,
no.
we have to fight before. Like, I can't
Yeah,
be,
no.
I can't be with somebody that's, like, square in that way where they're gonna be like,
No. I think the biggest thing for me is like just knowing you have my back. And you're just always gonna be there for me, like if I'm having a mental breakdown, if this and that, you know, whatever kind of person I'm gonna be that day, you're always just gonna be there for me, supporting me.
yeah, exactly. And the trust factor, like, never embarrass me in your life.
Yeah, no.
In your life. I always used to say that. I'm like, if you ever embarrass me, you and whoever you
Yeah.
embarrass me with
They hate
are
that.
gonna turn on the TV and
They-
watch
like, they
watch
hate
me and my
that.
friends on every channel.
Are you a PDA and like public person?
Good one.
So, if you know me, you know that up until this stage of my life, I have a weird pull. Like, I magnetize hoodmans. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm always. I don't know. I personally don't take my significant other, like, places or like. I don't know. It's weird. Like, we're always
like-
like in the house.
Let's say, for example, you guys are just at lunch and you're on a patio, okay? Just for example. And he, like, wants to kiss across the table. Are you, like, no? Or are you, like, yeah?
Like, with the right person, I would do that.
Mhm.
But up until this point,
Mhm.
I have not, like, I'm not, like, a PDA person.
No?
But, like, I like the idea of, like, going to a club. Like, say, for example, like, if I'm at, like, a club dancing or something, like, I want to have a partner that, like, will dance and, like, will be crazy and, like, will make
Yeah.
out. But I don't know, like, I'm very selective of who I do that with.
Okay. Okay, another example. Let's say you guys are, like, at, like, outside something and you're about to leave each other and you did, like, a quick kiss goodbye. No? Or yes?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, quick kiss, goodbye.
I get,
That's a
like,
good one.
offended if, like, Pickles doesn't kiss me goodnight. I get, like, pissed off.
I know.
I
It's
would.
like, I need, like, a proper good night or else I'm not going to sleep.
Thinking about why you didn't say goodnight properly.
That's literally me.
Unless I fall asleep, then it's like, I need that, like, good night.
Good night.
And I'm like,
The like at dinner thing, I would never initiate that.
really?
But I wouldn't say no. But I would never. I'm very not affectionate.
I've always been a PDA person for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just like,
I
let's
wouldn't
just
ever
do-
be like no, chill. But I just don't go to do it.
It would honestly
ever.
bother me if, like, my partner, like, didn't want to kiss me in public. Or, like,
Yeah.
didn't want to do stuff like that.
With the person that I was dating, I never went in public.
Yeah, no.
Like, never. Like, is that weird? I feel like my relationships are always very private, but I've, like, normalized it in a way. I also don't like to tell anybody who my boyfriend is because the price will literally, like, I could literally, like, pull someone out of a hole and be like, this is my boyfriend. So, yeah, I don't tell anybody about who I'm dating or anything like that.
No.
But, and I also don't post boys on, like, I'll post about, like, my relationship,
Yeah.
but, like, posting
Never a photo of.
posting that person, like, I won't post my person until I'm, like, married to them.
Yeah, no.
Like, unless it's, like, I don't know, I have anxiety, like, posting people, like, I can't.
I've only posted one boyfriend my whole life. It was, like, in high school. That was it.
I used to post, like, gay back in the day, but that's about it.
Like, I haven't done it. I'd be scared.
What?
I feel like I'm, like, posting a nude or something. Like, I don't know.
Okay, guys, that's not entirely
Posing
true,
myself.
because on Maxie's boyfriend's birthday, she's like, can I post this? I'm like, who raised you? Absolutely not. Don't gas him.
No, wait. Okay, I was like, is he gonna be like, it was his birthday, and I was like, is he gonna be offended if I don't post a picture? Like, I don't know. But then I was like, no. No.
Yeah, no. You guys will see my husband one day, and if you try to DM him, it will be me responding. So
Because some couples, like, their whole Instagram is them. And I'm like, no. I'm like, first off, how did you get this many good pictures?
both of you, yeah, like one. No, and I feel like I don't like talk to guys that are like
Would want
simpy.
that.
Yeah, like I talk to
no.
guy, you know? I always have to talk to like a guy, like I was saying, I have to talk to somebody that I'm learning from, that I'm a little bit scared of. Like I'm the type to just completely pop off and like
Yeah.
run somebody's life. So I need somebody that has like that backbone in them, because I feel like I have like a lot of like,
talk back.
I have like a lot of personality, and like I'm sassy, and like I like things to go a certain way. Just the older I get and like the more like business I do, like the more like kind of dominant I am. So like I need somebody who's like
You need
more
someone
dominant.
who's just as dominant as you.
And
because
confident
your
and, like-
personality is very, like...
You need you times two.
Yeah, me times two, literally. Like, I need to be with, like, a man that is, like, really, like, knows a lot, has read a lot of books, has had a lot of life experience. Like, not only do I, like, study a lot and, like, read a lot and know about people, like, I've also, like, been through so much that I'm a little demented. Like, people that have been through a lot are demented. Like, I need somebody, like, demented. But I'm not, but, yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that I will say is that I will not talk to bad boys. Like, I need, like, a business bad boy, like, you know, like, untamable until they meet the right person. Kind of like me, like, I would never, like, claim somebody or, like, give myself to somebody if that's not, like, okay, this person's the shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they have to feel like that about me.
Yeah.
Well, they'll be like, oh my god, he settled down?
Yeah. Even, like, in your last relationship, like, it felt, like, so serious. I was like, wow, like... I was so, like, happy for you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't picture
Everybody
you,
was
like, being that serious with somebody.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I was at the point, even, like, Bambi and Lulu would always say this, like, I was just, like, at the point where, like, I wanted to, like, feel that love. Today I was, like, thinking about it. Like, even if love doesn't last or something happens, it's still something that, like, I think about it every day. Like, I'll always think about my relationship and be like, wow, that was, like, beautiful. And it changed me in a way that, like, I didn't even know that I could love somebody like that, you know?
Yeah.
But that's the tall thing, at least.
No,
So, yeah.
exactly.
And, like, I feel like the person that I was with changed me, and I changed them a lot, too. Like, in a way where it's, like, we're kind of just, like, whatever. Like, would talk to people here and there. Like, never really took anything seriously. Like, to make a commitment with somebody and to be, like, yeah, like, we're faithful. And for, like, both ends of the party to, like, follow that and just, like, really, like, commit themselves to somebody 100%. I love it. Like, even though it's, you know, things happen, it's still, like,
You still, like, cherish those memories. and
recollection of love is just as powerful as love. It's so weird.
stuff. Yeah.
Like, I can think about it and be in, like, a different place.
Would you ever go for somebody that
They're a good alternative to chips.
like works a regular job or like makes less money than you?
Okay, like, makes less money, yes, but works a regular job. Like, I am literally the type of person in a relationship that could not be like, okay, hon, have fun, I'll see you at 6:30. Like, never. Like, I need somebody that has the same schedule as me.
What about if he works a regular job but he has a goal to do something?
Like, I
Guys,
couldn't, it's not even
she needs, like, a CEO.
it's not even about the regular job. It's about, like, the quality of life that I live. Like, even if I'm stressed out, it's, like, stress that I put on myself. Like, today I have a bunch of stuff on my plate, but it's, like, I give myself anxiety. It's not, like, a job is giving me anxiety. Like, the quality of life that I see for myself and that, like, the company that we're building, like, it's, like, a community, you know? Like, I don't think I could be with somebody who doesn't have that same, like, sense of, like, freedom as me. Like, I'm a very free person. Like, I don't do shit unless I want to do it. I don't, like, you know, like, try to please people. Like, I just am. And, like, I don't know, like, I think working, it's not even about, like, a regular job. It's just, it's just, like, the freedom of it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if he makes less money than me, that's fine. Like, how much less? Like, I'm not paying for his dinner. Is he gonna buy me Chanel? Chanel and Kalani? One thing
Sorry, I don't mean to be that person.
one thing that's really important to me about being with a man is, like, I'm the type of person, I'm so alpha and I have my own money. I'm not with somebody for money. I don't want their success for it to be like, oh, what are you gonna do for me? I'm the type of person, like, if you say, like, oh, babe, I'm at the store, like, what do you want? I'm gonna say nothing. You come home with the Chanel that you see on my vision board. Like, You know, I need the type of guy that like insists, because I will literally say no, but like in the back of my head, like I want you to take that initiative, because I'm the type of person, I'm not gonna go to the mall and ask you what you want. I'm gonna bring home something fire and you're gonna love it. You know, like I don't like when guys are just like no, dude, like.
I feel like every girl's like that, but guys just have no idea. I feel like every girl's low key like that. I know a lot of girls that are like super finesse. Like me, I'm not a finesser. I'll never be with somebody to take advantage of them or to like have an expectation of them. But like I expect from my partner like what I give. Like I can't go shopping and not think about the person that I love. Something. Yeah, like I can't. Remember when we were talking about that before? That was like like I'm like, dude.
Like I go and I buy them more things than I do for myself. Because I want to, and I want them to do the same.
You're also raised like that. It depends. Yeah, but no, guys should just like get that automatically.
I think it is how you're raised too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, like as a man,
you gotta train guys.
But even guys with money, I'm like, dude, don't ask. Buy a few. I'll tell you which one I want. Like,
you wanna know why though? Because they're paranoid that you're just not gonna like it.
Maybe.
Yeah, they're paranoid.
But it's like whatever you pick for me, I'm probably gonna like. Like if we have the
same.
It's
the thought that counts the most.
Yeah. I'm not like into like gifts. Isn't the way that I receive love. But it's always nice as a woman to like get gifts. And I think like an elite man will like get his woman gifts as like a status symbol, you know, or for her to post and be like, thank you, my love, like, you know, like I think
like, here you go, I was thinking about you.
Yeah. Even if I don't have money, I'll always go out of my way. Like even back in the day, like if I was like if I like somebody,
make me crafts. Like you know what I'm saying? Like anything. Yeah, I love that.
So I don't know who needs to send this to their boyfriend or what guy needs to hear this, but you need to spontaneously buy your girlfriend presents, because that's just like a manly thing to do. And I think our society so much is like women are becoming more dominant than men, and women are just progressing. Men should also be progressing. Like just because, say for example, you could live with your girlfriend and not have to, it doesn't mean you should. Like you should always be striving towards something, and like you should always like, I don't know, want to do better. You should always want to act like a man. Like, in my opinion, like, I want to, like, it's like, trust me. Like, I want to know, like, if I fall, you're going to catch me, you know? Exactly. I want to know that the person that I'm with, like, oh, if I couldn't work for a month and I need you to, like, pay rent at my, like, are you going to do it for me? Like, I want to have that relationship where it's, like, what's mine is yours. I want to know that from the beginning. Like, if you're serious about me, like, I will not take anyone seriously. So if I give you the time and you give me your time back, like, I need to know.
If I would do it for you, then I need you to do it for me.
Yeah. And
exactly.
And you need to show up for your girl, like buy her stuff. Like if you can't afford it, like you need to like hustle a little bit harder.
You need to pick some dandelions up. Anything counts.
And it's not even to say anything bad about finances, and you know, like in any sort of way. Like anybody can have anything they want. It's just about like putting the action behind it, especially as men. Like men really need to like try harder to be providers in this day and age, because it's just going downhill. I'm like all these girls are the sugar daddies now. No, I'm like kind of old fashioned a little bit like that. I believe the same thing. It's because your mom is so bougie. Her dad takes such good care of her mom that like I would understand. But I think that's how it should be. And I think no matter like how successful the woman is, like the man should be like, you know, like you have manly obligations, even if they're unwritten. Like cough cough. Like it's nice to work hard, but you know what I'm saying? Like it feels really good when you know that somebody would take care of you too. Look at these nails, guys. These unicorn fruity power puff nails. I'm so sorry to my grandma if you're watching this, and my aunts, and anyone else that I have on Instagram, a lot of my family members. If you're a guy and you don't know how to eat, what are you doing? You'll never satisfy a woman. Men get so offended by that, but like, if you don't do that, or like you're not good at it, like you should have like a review sheet at the end, and like ask your girl, ask your girl during it if she likes what's happening, because your girl will cheat on you. Like that's the number one reason your girl will cheat on you. I feel like 90% of boys don't know how to do this. From everything that I've heard, from everything that I've gathered, I don't know what's going on with you guys, but y'all need to stop being selfish, and you need to have like a worthy life skill. Like if you can't do anything else in life, you can eat pokes, okay? So that's another thing. I'm saying this like on behalf of the entire female community, on behalf of every woman living on this planet. Y'all need to do better, because I don't know what's going on. I feel like guys expect the most from girls. Like I feel like what girls do to pleasure men orally is so much work. I'm like, dude, you're like do it right. Like what's going on? Am I right?
That's the least you could do.
That's the least you could do. Like you need to be good at that. if you want to make your girl happy. And if you don't want to do that to make your girl happy, you need a girl that you want to do that to. Okay? Because that's just a prerequisite for life.
Yeah.
So, can I get an amen?
Yeah, no.
Amen. Amen.
That's a total amen.
Okay, guys, so let's move on the next topic, which is very interesting. It's all about money.
Making money.
Yeah, so how to build capital without, like,
With nothing.
with nothing.
How to come up.
Yeah.
Are you asking me? Okay.
Because you're really
Okay, so a lot of people, I feel like this is such a common, not even question, but like struggle for young people is how do I make money? And money is actually something that once you start making it, it should be easy to make. And money is like a very three-dimensional issue. Like, what is money, right? It's like either numbers in your bank account or it's like physical bills that the government made that you're trading around. So what I didn't understand about money when I was young is, one, I wanted it. I understood that it made like a person powerful and gave a person freedom, but I didn't know how to get it. And now, kind of looking from where I am now and thinking about, you know, even reading back to my old journals and like having so many wants. Even when you came, Bambi, like you knew how to make money, but only to an extent. I feel like now your whole perception about money is totally different than what it was before.
Yeah.
So one thing that people don't understand about money is you need to have something that you're able to offer that's of value to other people. Yeah. So whatever it is, like even if it's just a skill, like say for example, if somebody comes in and works at Lash God and they're doing, you know, like a random position. Lulu, come here. Perfect example. When Lulu came into Lash God, she was doing nails. And one day she came up to me and she said, you know, the person that you have working in your management position, like I could do more for you, right? And I was like, well, what can you do? And she was telling me, well, I went to school for this. I feel like we could do this. And it was like her being courageous enough and having enough skills under her belt. And now I know, because of what you told me the other day, that it's your mom. Your mom sent you to like crazy school back home.
Yeah, exactly. My mom was investing the best education for me.
So whether it's education, self-education, reading books, you need to have some sort of skill that's valuable to other people. Exactly. If you have a skill that can generate you revenue, like doing nails, doing lashes, it all started with my ability to get people to like me and also my ability to do that skill, and then it grew from there. So the more things that you have under your belt that can generate you revenue, the better that you'll be, right? Like lashes, for example. Some amazing lash artists have learned on YouTube, have learned from trial and error, like, you know, not necessarily having a certification. Anything that you can do to generate revenue, anything that you're interested in, any type of beauty business, any type of anything. I usually say do something that you can start with your hands, something that you know, okay, if I give this to a person, it's gonna bring me money back. Like it goes down to like very like, you know, simple ways of earning money. Like people will give massages, people will do, you know, aesthetics positions, people will do, you can do literally anything to make money, but it needs to be something that, okay, if I do this for you, you're gonna trade me for money, and then how am I gonna build on it from there? So my first money making endeavor was making little breast cancer shaped gimps. Right? Really? Yeah, so I was like, okay, I kind of understand the concept of making money, but that's something that people, like, they don't really want it. They'll just be like, oh yeah, here's $3. Like, I would spend, like, hours making them, and then I would sell them for a couple of dollars. So that was kind of my first encounter with making money, and then I was like, what else can I do? Like, I feel like a lot of young people, like, they end up, like, buying and reselling things, or, like, at certain points in your life, you'll have money, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna sell these shoes, or I'm gonna sell this. There's a lot of different ways to make money. Like if you want to get into shoes, you want to buy a couple pairs and then start selling them, or you want to customize shoes, or you want to, like, you know, draw your own unique designs on a t-shirt or on a purse. There's so many different things that you can do. You just need to create value for people, and you need to create relationships with people. So the second job I had was working at like a little cafe. And when I worked there, like, people would tip me because I was such a hustler. Like, they would see me going around, they would see me, you know, like, cleaning the, like, I was always on top of it. I always made sure I had good customer service. So when you give people, like, a higher quality of service than what they're paying, technically, they're gonna feel like, oh, wow, like, I'm gonna go and spend my money there again. So you guys need to figure out, what are you good at? And is it something that can bring me in money? Everybody has a talent, but nobody's willing to invest in that talent enough for it to turn into something. So whether it's graphic design, or you can make beats, or you're a barber, start building on that, right? When I started doing lashes, it started off with making $50 from one client, and then making, you know, $50 10 times a day. I was like starting to get better at, you need it? Is that the right one? Yeah. So I started getting better at like understanding humans. You need to provide them something that they want, and there needs to be that exchange somehow. So whether it be you selling a product, whether it be you selling a product or you selling a service or you learning how to build a website, you need to pick something that other people have success in, or something that you see, okay, this can bring me in money, and then you need to exploit the possibilities. Like you need to hand out business cards. You need to get as many people aware of your business as you possibly can. And even if you're working somewhere else, like I know people that will work at a restaurant and one person will make $100 in tips and the other person will make $500 in tips, right? Why are they making that much money? Because they're offering a better quality of service. When people feel like the service rendered is worth more money than, say for example, that $50, they're gonna feel like, oh yeah, it's nothing for me to go and pay for this. I remember I had this one client, I'll never forget, she doesn't even know, I still have her on Snapchat to this day, Rosa. She recommended one of her like older clients to me, and this lady was maybe in like her 30s and 40s, and it was when I first started lashing. And the lady said, oh yeah, my friend told me that like the customer service was amazing, because I'd always get them like tea, water, I'd like do the most, you know, like even today, one of our friends came by to get their nails done by Bambi. I was like taking off her shoes. Like I'll always just do the most to make sure that my client is happy. So figure out what can make money. It can be a craft, it can be a service, it can be a computer skill. It can be so many different things. Like you need to find one thing that you love. And even if you're working within a company, tell them, okay, this is why I bring more value. Like if somebody knows how to work social media in my company, like okay, that's another asset that you have. Oh, I'm good with finance, you know, that's another asset that you have. Every asset that you have can generate money. You need to either get yourself into a position at a company where you can earn money and work your way up, or earn money, reinvest it back into your business, and really make sure you're putting like 110% into every client or into every product that you're making, so that you can start building. And you have to think about services versus like a product, for example. A product is something you're going to need a place to sell it, right? Services, you're going to need a place to do it. So whether it be like a website to sell products, whether you're selling product in your house, if you make an Instagram page and you put a little bit of money into paid advertisements, you're going to get some sales. If you have appealing social media, if you're able to do your own product shots at home, everybody has the ability to make money. It's just there's a difference between people who are going to think about it and be like, oh, I wish I could have money. And then there's, the people that are actually going to go and do it and hustle. So you guys need to be willing to put like 100% into that. You need to have an idea and you need to build on that idea, because you can't make money out of thin air, and nobody's lucky. People are making money because they're hustling, they're putting in that work, they're manifesting good circumstances. If you're thinking negatively about money all the time, you're going to have bad money circumstances. You need to think positively. Let the universe give you what you want. Why is it that some people, it's like, oh, they don't have a care in the world. They're attracting money so easily. Like even people, outside of like business people that I know some women that make so much money. Like, like those people that it's like money's always being offered to them somehow, or gifts or something.
I feel like you have to be passionate about what you do, and then money will just come to you because you love doing what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. So when you find something and you take enough time to build it and you raise it like your baby, It's like raising a kid. You're not just gonna have an idea and it's gonna like pop out of nowhere. Like no, you have to put in the work.
Nurture it, you gotta feed it.
And now like growing my business, I understand that like anybody who has noteworthy success had to put like insane amount of work into it, and there's nothing more rewarding, because at the end of the day, that's gonna get you the respect that you want, that's gonna get you the power that you want, that's gonna attract to you the partner that you want. So when you're thinking about making money, you need to have an idea that's gonna generate you money first. So if you haven't sat down, if you're saying you want to make money and you haven't sat down and thought of that idea or thought of that business plan, that's your first step. You need to think of your business plan. If you put attention to it for 1 year, a year later, you're never gonna have to worry about money again. You know those kids that sell chocolates outside of grocery stores? I know some of those people that have grown up to be amazing business people that at that age would literally make like $500 per day. So if you're gonna put in that work and you're gonna have the personality behind it, you're gonna make money. So find out a craft that you can make. Do literally anything. Go on YouTube, look up videos of how to make things, set up a little Etsy shop. Don't be lazy. You can do so many things just as one single person. Explore the possibilities, start putting your attention towards something, start making action on it, learn how to knit a scarf, start selling scarves, make your own clothing brand, do something different. People are gonna follow it 100%. Another thing about making money is that like if money's your main focus, that's what you're gonna attract. Like for me, people are like, oh, why don't you settle down? I'm like, because my brain is literally like business, right? So what you think about becomes your life. Me, as like a kid, like I wanted to have money so bad that it became like my main focus to a point where it was inevitable. Like it had, it kind of like had to happen because that's what I was thinking about all the time. I felt uncomfortable. Like I didn't like the feeling of like going off to college and only having like $40. Like I always wanted to, be like, okay, I have what I need to do whatever I need at any time. So let that be the thing that motivates you and put in work. Like, especially if you're somebody young watching this video, like what else do you really have to be doing? Like before you have a family, even if you're seeing this and you have a family, look how many people peak success after they have kids, right? Not just famous people like Kylie Jenner, like so many people, them having kids like amplifies their business to that next level. Not saying that if you don't have kids, you should have kids, but I'm saying at any stage in your life, what better time to start making money and to start, living a more free life. Don't even think of it as money. Just think of it as I want to wake up every day and do something that I'm passionate about that earns me, more revenue than if I were to do something regular and just start something new, start a trend. So that's how I've come to think about making money. If you have an idea, you put action behind it, you're going to make money. Period. How your perception on money has changed since you met me and started creative directing for Lash Dog?
I feel like when I met you, you made me realize not to worry about money, because when you worry about money, basically, you
repel it.
You repel money and you repel good circumstances coming into your life. And honestly, when you just start not worrying and not caring, it's going to come to you. And I always realize, like, as long as you're working hard and showing the universe that, you're working towards your goals, it's always going to come consistently. And always being grateful, for your job. Even now, like, especially, like, if you're working during hard times, being thankful that you're able to, make money during times when people are struggling. You're thankful for what money has given you, like your home, food, shelter, the bed you sleep in, things like that. And you're just thankful for your life, and all of it just starts to come in.
And how do you stop worrying about it?
I don't know, like I just always felt like as long as I work hard, how is bad things gonna happen to me? How is I never gonna make money in my life if I continue to work hard in my job and consistently be grateful? I just feel like it's like not, if you just don't think about it in such a complex way, it won't like make you have anxiety. Like even me, like I have anxiety about so many little things, and I'm just like, why? It just makes me more stressed out. I'm like, I just need to let go. I'm like, I have a good job and I know that I work hard and I have goals, and what's the worst that could happen?
And just to add on that, like, that's so true. People don't understand. The universe isn't designed for your life to be shit or for something bad to happen to you. The universe is designed, and it's so sad that over generations, humankind has chosen to have all of these negative perceptions, because we're not, children, like when you're born and you're like a kid, you don't have a care in the world. Even if your parents are like mean or strict or something, kids always have that innocence to them, because where we come from is like something totally different than Earth. So over time, at least 70% of the world has not chosen to live in poverty, but the mindset and the upbringing and the teaching through generations have kind of made that happen. The universe is actually meant to it's like a reward system, right? Yeah. So when, like what Maxie was saying, when you're grateful for what you have and you're wanting to accomplish more and you're holding those goals in your mind and not stressing about it, because whether you stress about it, like whether you're stressing about, oh my gosh, I can't pay my rent, or if you're being optimistic, like how am I going to pay my rent? Yeah. Likely the circumstance is going to be the same. Just you being positive is going to obviously bring you something better.
Whatever you put out, that's what you're going to get.
People don't understand that the universe is like a big video game. When you understand the laws of the game, you understand money. Money is just like, money is something that we use. Say for example, even now, I'm a Capricorn. I've always loved cars. Yeah. After losing my dad, I was literally like, so this piece of metal that takes me from point A to point B is worth $100,000 more than this piece that would do the exact same thing, right? We have this attachment to things that we think we need. If you have, like say for example, if you just have one outfit, like no money, like if me and you went out right now knowing what we know without $1 on us, we would go out and have a bomb ass time, and we would attract whatever we need. Hey, can you buy me a drink? Hey, can I have $10? Like, you can attract whatever you want. Don't let the way other people have been playing this game for so long discourage you. Like for me, I was like, I'm different. Like even in my family, like I'm different. I want abundance. Like I want to like I kind of like left for a little bit. Like I never really told my family too much about what's going on behind the scenes. And then they're just like, what happened? I'm like, I have a different perception of life than what other people have, you know? And I feel like our whole kind of like community here has that same perception. Like day by day, of course, we're kids, we're young. If we fall on our ass, nobody's gonna catch us. But like day by day, we get better with finances. I see everybody in the company leveling up, you know, everybody doing better. So it's definitely just the way you look at things, how you choose to be, like what kind of life do you want to live? Do you want to live in faith or do you want to live in fear? Every single situation, if you're watching this video, whatever bad things have happened to you in your life, you're still here. You know, you're still able to watch this. Like, don't think of money too seriously. Money always has a way of working itself out. And you guys can all relate, I'm sure. Like, it just comes at the right time. But why attract a life of mediocrity or of poverty?
No.
Why not attract a life of abundance, you know?
Like, even when I met you, you made me realize, like, how I'm like, why am I holding myself back from all of this amazing stuff that I could possibly have, you know? She made me realize to, like, dream big and have big goals, which I really, really like. Which I think everybody should have. But it's like you're saying, like, people are like, when they're younger, they're like taught to not dream big, which is kind of like sad. And it's like, well, why can't you have it? All these other people do. Why can't you be one of those people?
I feel like 99% of people told me don't dream big. And my dad told me dream big. And I was like, I'm going to listen to him.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to listen to him. And then that's exactly what I did, you know? Like, I had to.
No. But it's literally like, what's holding you back from doing it? Hard work, dedication, you know what you need to do to get it done. Plain and simple. That's what I think.
Even, I feel like also it's like, when I met you, you didn't have like your clique, you know? You didn't have like your squad. I feel like what I've noticed, like watching you kind of develop and watching everybody develop, is that everybody has that like sense of self-confidence that they're like a vibe by themselves, you know? For me, when I left certain friendships behind, I remember feeling like anxious. Like, are people still gonna like me the same way if I'm not with XYZ? And like, being older, I realized I don't give a shit. I make people cool. I don't want to hang, you know? Like, I don't want to worry about that. Like, you make your own vibe. You make your own energy. Like, nobody can control that. You know, you have to be confident in yourself. Like, your energy is creating your life. Don't feel like you're not this person. Like, if you feel like you're not that person, then you're not.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be confident in yourself. You have to have that energy. You have to, if you want money, money will come, but it has to be like one of your primary focuses, you know? Like if some people just want to have a normal amount of money and like want to get married and want to have kids, and that's totally fine too. It just depends on what you want to do. If you want to, you know, if you want to just, I don't know, like I feel like half of the world is normal, or like more than half. Like 90% of the world is like living like middle class. If you want that life, like with family and kids, I feel like kind of thought power is like split up between different things. Like one piece is focused on your relationship, one piece is focused on your finance. It's all about time. The time that you have in a day, what you do with it. If you dedicate, like, people are like, why do you work so much? I'm like, because I dedicate most of my time to work, because that's always been like my main focus, you know? But I still keep like a good amount of time in every other area as well. It's just time management. If you're putting a lot of time towards making revenue and you're using a lot of brain power towards how can I make revenue, you're going to have money. And you don't need to do it long term consistently. You don't need to always be possessed with the thought of like, oh, I need to be successful. As soon as you put it out there and you gain that consistency and like, you know, attracting money to you will always be there. You just need to get on that frequency of, I have money.
Yeah.
And if you don't believe that's possible, you think that other humans are better than you, which they're absolutely not. There's no difference between any human. There's no difference between Jeff Bezos and us, you know? It's just, what do you think about?
Exactly. No. I feel like when you have good intent behind making money too, you'll make so much. But if you have kind of like bad intentions behind it, it doesn't work out in your favor.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing that I'll tell you guys is if you're watching this and you're thinking of like, oh, what can I do? Like, that's illegal. Things that are illegal they'll never prosper.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, technology, like the way the government and police have phones these days, the way technology and 5G is so fast, you have to think about something that resonates well with you. Like, when you think about it, can you have a conversation with your parents about what you're doing? You know, is it something that you're proud to tell people? You need to start something. The only thing that's ever going to be worthwhile is something that's legal. It's so hard to make money illegally now. And like, it's a cool thing, but
Like, is
Why?
it
Why waste your life? Why go to jail? Why
Yeah.
live in fear? Why look over your shoulder? You know, like
though? Is it really worth it?
it's not worth it. And
not.
I hate to break this. I'm so sorry if any dudes are watching this and get offended. But illegal money is worth 1/3 of what legal money's worth because you can't do anything with it.
Yeah, exactly.
So might as well make that legal money. You're gonna put the same amount of effort either way. A business is the same amount of effort. So whether you're going and you're selling drugs or if you're starting a legitimate business, yeah, the legit business might take you a little bit longer to establish, but when you're doing something illegal, you're gonna have to make as much money as you can, as quickly as you can, and then stop. Otherwise, you know, you're gonna go to jail. Something bad inevitably has to happen. It's the law of karma. And I'm not saying that to be like a downer, like, oh, you can't, like, you know?
No, but
you
it's
can't
true.
be a drogas papi. Like, eventually it catches up with you. Like, the karmatic law is in effect so that everybody gets what they put out. So you have to, you know?
No. I agree with that